Hello, everyone. I feel like it's been some time since I've been on here. For those of you that are just joining me for the first time, my name is Andrea Wilson. I'm the broker and owner over at Brick House Realty. And so I just want to pop on today. We are now officially in the month of May. I want to give an update. I feel like I haven't given you guys an update as to what's going on at Brick House Realty and what's going on in the marketplace. So, if you've been following us, you may already know that we have moved our office. We are still servicing the greater Cleveland area, but our office previously in Maple Heights has now moved over to Beechwood. So, we are super excited about that, looking forward to what's to come with our recent move. Now, if you've been following the housing market, then you may already know that the market has shifted. We talked about the importance of owning real estate on an ongoing basis, but what's happening right now is we're dealing with a low inventory, which creates a higher demand because there's more buyers in the marketplace than there is inventory, which causes home prices to go up because there's such low inventory, higher demand. Sellers get to benefit from the market right now because people are overbidding and covering appraisal gaps. So in a lot of cases, the property is not even appraising for the amount of money that the buyer is buying it for because people want to move into houses, need housing, and they're willing to pay more than what the appraiser has actually appraised it for. One of the things with buying a home, you never want to own the most expensive home in that development, in that block, because the people that own a home at that higher end of the market never really see a return. Never really see a return on their money. You want to be more moderate when purchasing your home. So, the other thing that we're seeing is the interest rates are increasing. So, from where we were at the end of December, we were about 3.3.5% on interest rates. Now we're looking at the average interest rate on home purchases is about 5.5%. Recently, or this past week, on Tuesday and Wednesday, the Federal Reserve had a meeting and they have decided to do a rate hike. They are trying to balance out the market. So, what it says is the Federal Reserve is behind the curve, said Greg McBride, chief financial analyst at Bankrate. They must raise the interest rates a lot and in a hurry. So, the Federal Reserve raised its target federal funds rate by a half a point at the end of the 2-day meeting Wednesday, that's this week, notching the largest increase in the benchmark in more than 20 years. So we have been sailing through this housing market. Interest rates have been really good, really low, especially when we came out of that housing recession. The Federal Reserve at that time wanted to kind of stimulate the market, the housing market, because they felt that the housing was going to be the way to bring the market back. So they left the interest rates low for a very long time. So we kind of knew that this was coming, that interest rates are going to increase at some point, especially when we're seeing the high rising costs of everything else. COVID did not help in this matter because the lack of production of goods, lack of workers out there is causing increases everywhere. So the Fed raised it by half a rate. So what that means is that doesn't directly, when they raise the rate half a point, it doesn't directly impact. That's not on the borrowers or the end user, I guess. That is the rate at which banks purchase the use of money, right? So usually it takes a little bit of time for it to kind of trickle down. So that 0.5% did not necessarily increase the interest rate today, but in a couple of weeks we may start to see that interest rates. We are more than likely going to see that interest rate start to creep up a little bit more. So So what it means is when they raise the interest rate, the cost to borrow money becomes more expensive. So they are predicting that if you have credit cards, that is going to be one of the targeted areas. Credit card interest rate. So if you are carrying balances on your credit cards, it's now is the time to look for like maybe like zero interest credit cards for a certain period of time, because those interest rates on the credit cards are more adjustable on there. So you want to either pay off those balances or transfer those balances over to maybe a 0% interest card for 6 to 12 months and try to pay that off as much as possible. They're also saying that the best thing that you can do right now is save your money. We need to get to a position where we're saving our money because that's where you're going to see the most benefit. So the average cost hit 5.5% for the interest rate. That is the highest that we have seen it since 2009. So we have been floating around this thing with interest rates and we haven't been greatly impacted. Now, what does that mean if you're thinking about buying a home and you're having a hard time securing a home? That means you are going to have to make a decision quickly on purchasing a home if you want to beat the clock against these interest rates. They are predicting that they are going to continue to rise between now and the end of the year. We may be at 6 to 7%. So if you're purchasing a home, you have to understand what's going on in the market. You need to have a little bit of patience in the marketplace. Um, I would love to say that, oh, you have a bad agent because you heard using one from Brickhouse Realty. But the truth of the matter is, there is not enough inventory, housing inventory, to support the demand of buyers that are out there. So you are going to get, or your agent is going to write multiple offers on a property. So when you're writing that offer, you make sure that you're always going in at your highest and best offer right out the gate. If you really want that property, at minimum, you should be offering asking price. You want to bring your own closing costs and down payment money. You could use down payment assistance money, but you want to have your own closing costs and be prepared to offer above the asking price. You have to be patient in this process because with the low inventory, it's going to take 3, 4, 5, maybe even 10 offers written to finally secure a house for you, especially if you're not coming in over asking price. You have to be flexible as well. You may have a wish list of 5 to 10 items, and it may be hard to find that in this marketplace. So you may be wondering, like, well, why am I buying in this market, right? Because depending on where you live, it may still even be cheaper than renting a home. So you can look at those pros and cons, weigh that out. And then my last tip that I want to give you guys is that if you are buying, especially if you're a first-time home buyer, purchase that first property as you're making a business move. You want to try to find something that will have some equity in there for you, but something that you can hold on to, that in a year from now you can move out of and hold on to that property and move into something else. So I just wanted to give you a quick little update here, let you know what's going on with this rise in interest rate and the aftermath of the meeting with the Federal Reserve and how that 0.5% hike is going to impact. So they just made the announcement yesterday. We can expect to hear some updates soon on this, with interest rates going up for the local banks and mortgage companies. So if you're looking to buy a home, you want to go ahead and do that right away. So thank you for joining me. This is just a quick message I wanted to share with you this morning. If you have any questions, you can call that number that's listed below. We're here to help you. We're helping buyers find down payment assistance money. We're helping them through credit challenges. We're helping you buy. We're also helping you sell a home, and we're helping you invest in real estate as well. So thank you guys. I'm getting close to the weekend here, so enjoy. Today, I think if you're in the Cleveland market, it's like the only day that we won't see rain for the next couple of days. So enjoy. Have a good day, guys.